Follow along with me as I read the first phrase, at the bat. I need to find the naming part or the doing part. Bat answers who or what, so I will underline it. It is the naming part. What is it if it's the naming part? The other two words are at and the. Neither of these words answers the question, what did it do? This phrase does not have a verb, so I will not circle a word. Now let's look at the next two examples. Have a tan. Tan is the naming word, so I'm going to underline it. Do we have a verb in that phrase? Have. So I'm going to circle have. Let's look at the next one. Sam sat. Sam is our proper noun. It's capitalized. It's his name. So we're going to underline Sam. And what did Sam do? He sat. So we're going to circle sat. Now I'm going to ask your help for the next two phrases. In pairs, I want you to reread the remaining phrases in the first column. As you read, you will determine the nouns and underline them, and you will determine the verbs and circle them. At the end of each phrase, ask, is there a naming word in the phrase? Is there a doing word in the phrase? When we read text, it is helpful to group the words into meaningful chunks or phrases. This will help provide rhythm to what we read and help us understand what we read. The goal is to group words into chunks while reading, just as we do when speaking. It helps us make sense of the words. We group or chunk words based on their meaning or what questions they answer. We will practice reading sentences that have already been broken into phrases. Our goal is to stop reading word by word and begin looking at chunks of a sentence to unlock meaning. This will help us read with more automaticity, freeing up our cognitive desktop space in order to think about meaning. Turn in your student books to page 17. Let's look at the first sentence. I will read each phrase and I want you to repeat it. As you read the phrase, I want you to scoop it by joining the dots at the end of the phrase with your pencil. Then we will read all of the phrases together as a complete sentence, scooping as we read. The mats are in the cab. Together. The mats are in the cab. See if yours looks like this example. Now let's go on to the next one.